Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island USA, Season 8, Episode 14.
We are so close to 2,000. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help us get to 2,000. Blair, you ready to walk us through this?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So Leah and Rob are finishing up their conversation.
Yeah.
She tells him that she wants him. She still really cares about him. Rob is thinking about where eels come from.
Interesting.
And this moment, he's also thinking, what is he going to tell Connor? Rob still cares about her and thinks she's great, but he does think that he'll need to proceed with caution with her. It's just a really sticky situation.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I'm surprised by Rob's thought process. I thought that he would immediately just want to get back with Leah, but I think that he's becoming a little bit more aware of how she is and how she moves, and is taking that into consideration. I think he'll still, if given the opportunity, I think they would still couple up with each other to explore the situation, but I'm surprised that he's actually like peeping how she is. So
yeah, I think for one, it's fresh. The girl that he was coupled up with just got voted out less than 12 hours ago, so it's still fresh. And remember, Leah was the one telling him that, you know, I really tried to take a back seat on the whole Andrea thing. Like, I really wasn't trying to, like, be in the front seat at all. I was trying to take the back seat, where really, in reality, if we roll the tape back, not only were you in the front seat, you was driving the bus.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You was the one who said, I don't believe Andrea's here for love, knowing that you basically got rid of a connection for Janae. You get what I'm saying? So I think at this moment, I agree with you that right now, tonight, Rob is looking at Leah like, I don't know. I'm cautious about you. Maybe with some time go by and Andrea is more on the back burner, then maybe he'll come back to it, you know? Maybe
so. So Connor and Aaron are talking as well. Connor wants to be friends with Rob, but it's a tough situation that they're in currently. Leah and Serena talk. Serena says, this is messy. Leah says, you know what's more messy? How handsome Rob is.
Okay, Serena's like, what are you talking about, sister?
Leah is just like, we're kind of just at the point where if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Serena in the confessional is telling us that she supports women's rights and wrongs. She will be behind Leah 100%. And if they end up sleeping on soul ties, that's what she'll do if all of this goes to hell.
Listen, we all know it's going to go to hell because that's just the type of relationship that Rob and Leah will have. They are just that toxic couple. And listen, I understand something when it comes to going back to the previous scene with Connor and Aaron talking. They want to know what's going up there with Rob. Yeah. They want to know, because there's a bro code. You always have that friend group to where you have your group of brothers and you're like, yo, don't go back with that girl. Listen here, I talk to my guys all the time, and there's different times in our friendships over 20 years that I said, that girl ain't good for you, bro. That ain't good for me. But at the end of the day, you know, it is Rob's decision, and like the fact that Connor's paired up with Leah, I can understand why he's like, look, I like Rob. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be a tough situation. But for the whole Leah talking to Serena thing, Serena knows that Leah is hot and cold. One day she loves Rob, the next day she hates Rob. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a toxic situation altogether. What did you think about this short scene?
Yeah, I was just like, Serena's just gonna ride for her girl, no matter where the roller coaster takes her. Facts. So that's pretty much their situation. So Rob ends up talking to Aaron, and he fills him in on the conversation, and he actually thought that the chat was a little bit weird. He tells Aaron that yes, she still cares about me, and Aaron is like, look, she's trying to befriend you so you can get your guard down. She's leaning towards you more than Connor is what it's sounding like. And she got Andrea out of here because she wants to get back with you. But Rob just doesn't want to think that that would be true, that she would be that conniving. So Rob is tired of being in these messy situations. He really just wanted to chill tonight and make a grilled cheese sandwich. But he didn't get that opportunity. Well, Miguel and Nicole are playing ping pong. Liv, Serena, Aaron, Connor, and Kendall are all talking. And Kendall says Nicole is still getting to know both of us. He doesn't feel that she's exactly pulling away from him, though, in the process. Kendall thinks that the 50-50 thing may not be 100% true.
Of course.
Serena thinks that she did say 50-50.
Okay.
So Kendall thinks the ball is in his court as much as it is Nicole's, and he wants her to know that.
With everything we just went over, what is your thoughts?
My thoughts, I I can respect that Kendall wants to take a bit of his power back because they aren't locked down. He's not just a sitting duck waiting for Nicole to make her decision.
Fact.
There are other beautiful women in the villa, and there will be other bombshells. But I don't think he needs to play that card just yet. I think that if you want to stay in the villa, then you should make an effort to stay connected to your couple. And I don't think he should just fully give up on that because she's exploring something with somebody else now. Like Kendall, you know, he could very well find someone else he wants to explore things with, but also still be connected with Nicole. So I think he's thinking in the right direction, but I don't want him to play his cards too quickly and ends up with nothing.
Basically, like, just be safe and wait till you have a safety net to fall on before you want to completely dump Nicole and things.
But I wouldn't even call it a safety net. Just another connection that you could see could possibly go somewhere, like something genuine.
Yeah, I understand your point of view, but I also understand Kendall's point of view. He even said, like, this 50-50 thing is giving me flashbacks.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, it's it's the exact same thing. Kendall is one of the OG members that been there from the beginning with Hannah. Hakeem comes in, and Hannah said it's 50-50. You get what I'm saying? She is there with Kendall, talking about Nicole is with Kendall, right? And then Miguel comes in and she's like, it's 50-50. He's like, how am I losing the upper hand when I have these women first? You get what I'm saying? That means that you don't have an upper hand, which means he is correct when he says it's not 50-50. I think this is just one of those situations to where, hey, I want to explore Miguel, but guess what? I want to keep you around, Kendall, because you are America's favorite. You are cool. I think Nicole's trying just to keep him in the background, keep him as a safety net. And I think he's one of those people to where I'm like, hey, bruh, make a man decision. I agree with the whole idea of like, hey, guess what? The power is not only in her hands, it's also in my hands as well. And I need to explore other options as well. Going back to the Aaron and Rob conversation up on the deck, it kind of reminded me of a old situation I had. I had a girlfriend, and I dumped her, right? I broke up with her, but, you know, when you're young and things of that nature, you still in that gray area the way y'all still talking and things like that. And then we end up getting back together, and then she broke up with me just so she could just flip it on me. I think Rob is in that type of situation to where they kind of broke it off, right? If he was to get back with Leah, I don't know if he should really surrender his hand or surrender that power or trust Leah to that extent to where it won't go bad.
Yeah.
But they are that toxic type of couple to where even when they don't try, they just find their way back to each other. It's just that type of couple, you know?
Yeah. Well, Connor and Leah have a chat.
Okay.
Connor asks about the conversation she just had with Rob. Of course, he was going to ask.
What did you talk to Rob about?
So Leah is telling him that she just wanted to check on him. She does really care about him. She can't say that she feels nothing towards Rob, but she also feels something towards Connor. Connor thinks that their connection is worth exploring. He starts listing all these great qualities about her, and he enjoys spending time with her. When they get up, like, she kind of pats him on the head and boops him on the nose.
Yeah.
Janae and Kendall, they're over there watching her in this interaction, and Janae was like, I think he wanted a kiss. And Kendall was like, when she ended up coming over to them, he's like, did you just touch his nose?
Yeah, exactly. That's weird.
So Leah comes over and she says, look, we both care about each other a lot, talk about her and Rob. Kendall thinks that all of this is just crazy. Leah says that she thinks people forgot that she and Rob were together since day one, and this Andrea thing was only for like 4 days. Kendall is like, we didn't forget. I don't think Leah would ever let us forget.
Yeah, I don't think she ever would let us forget. What is your thoughts on that scene with her conversation with Connor?
Leah just is not upfront. I don't know why she wants to string this guy along. I mean, other than wanting to stay in the villa and trying to keep as many connections as possible so she could have a pairing no matter who was up there doing the picking.
Yeah.
But it just sucks because Connor is looking for a direct answer and he's not getting it from her. But you know what? You deserve it. So
listen here. That's how the ball rolls sometimes.
Yeah.
I think Leah has already said out her mouth, as my wife reminded me while we was watching the show, Leah said, I am a bad person. Right? So I don't need to come on here and tell y'all and try to convince y'all of something that she said out her mouth. Right?
Yeah, she said she need to go to therapy after this because she's just out here just wild.
Exactly. Many times than not, Connor is feeling, right? He is feeling the disconnect between them two. He's feeling it.
Yeah.
And many times that y'all keep saying that Rob is a scammer and Rob is a manipulator and Rob is a gaslighter and Rob is an actor. He is kind of dramatic. I will give him that, right? What Leah is doing to Connor is no different, if not worse than what Rob did. Because I don't even think Rob did all those things that y'all say he did to Leah.
I feel like Rob at least told Leah where his head was at.
Exactly.
Leah is not letting Connor know anything.
No, not letting him know anything. You get what I'm saying?
Keeping him in the dark.
Exactly. Saying things like, you know, like, I feel something towards you. So it's like, it's basically just keeping him in the dark while you still get to have these conversations, and while at the same time telling your friends that you're not really into this guy. You know what I mean? That, like, you hate his skinny jeans.
Yeah.
You know?
So as they're getting ready for bed,
yeah,
Nicole is trying to be honest, but she doesn't have an answer on who she wants to choose at this point.
I think she's lying, to be honest.
Kayla and Aaron end up showering together, so they're getting hot and steamier.
Little freaky.
Nicole asks for a cuddle from Kendall, and he's not really feeling it.
I like that. I like that. Don't make her feel good about dogging you. Don't make her feel good about it.
But see, I kind of feel like, I don't feel like Nicole is dogging him out. I think Nicole is being as upfront as she can be. Now, it's up to Kendall if he wants to be a sitting duck or not. So,
okay, matter of fact, I can see that. I can meet you in the middle there, right? The only reason why I feel like she's dogging him is based off of conversations that we are privy to see, like, basically through her confessionals and through the conversation she have in the vanity room with the girls.
And it appears from the way it's being shown to us that she has more feelings towards Miguel.
I mean, I will say this. I do, you know my thing, semantics with a side of lies.
Yeah.
She did say he kissed me.
Right.
The first time. The second time, it wasn't, don't make it seem like it's like he kissed me as if like you didn't want the kiss. Like, wording, like the way you worded it made it seem like, you know, even though
it matters.
It matters, right? We kissed. That would have been different.
Yeah.
That sounds way different than he kissed me. And then when Miguel came and basically told him the part two, Kendall, that, hey, she said that basically if there's a recoupling that we gonna be together. And stuff like that.
So you're right. There's a little bit of dishonesty.
There's a little bit of semantics. Semantics entree with a side of lies, you know? Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I will meet you in the middle with like, hey, guess what? Even with what you know, she didn't have to let Kendall know what she did. So I give her...
Or even where her head was at. Leah ain't doing it.
I give her a little bail to get out of jail.
Okay.
A little bail to get out of jail. But at the same time, I do agree to your point to where, hey, Kendall, now take that information and do what you want with that information.
Exactly.
You know?
So it's the next day. Leah's feeling guilty for having feelings for Rob still.
Okay.
She doesn't want to hurt anyone in the process, but she wants to be selfish. She feels like she was hurt as well. Okay. Well, Leah, I just feel like you don't care who you hurt, whether it's the girls or the guys. You are hurting Connor, but at the same time, you entertain Connor when Janae was at the end of the stick, where she got the shorter end of the stick. Now, I'm not going to put it all on Leah because Connor was pressing her hard and he got himself into a sticky situation. But Leah didn't do the girl code, which I felt that Janae did for her when it came to Rob, because I think Rob was checking her out in that latex. And he was trying to see what was up.
You think so?
And Janae said, hey, buddy, how's things with Leah? So, yeah.
Listen here. Y'all going to be mad if Janae fall in love with Rob. I don't take that. Listen, I'm not taking that off the table. I'm not taking it off the table because remember on the first episode, they was paired to kiss. Yeah. She chose Rob to kiss. So it's like, I don't know. That would be a match made in hell for y'all because y'all love Janae and y'all hate Rob. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Connor says that he's going to talk to Rob today.
Okay.
Kendall is asking him as they're getting ready in the bathroom, did she like boop you on the nose? Boop. And Connor's like, I don't even remember. And I'm just like, Connor, you need to be paying attention to these small things, okay? Because it's showing how little interest she has in you. Aaron ends up making orange juice for all of the ladies, and they're pretty appreciative of it.
Well, not really. They ain't drink it.
Yeah. So the girls are all sitting around chatting. Kayla is feeling like things are progressing with Aaron. She's liking him more and more. Leah is really into Rob. Okay. That's what I'm like. We will never forget you and Rob, Leah. I mean, you always bring it up.
You're right. You're right.
She says Connor is hot on paper, but being around him is just not doing it for her. Her feelings for Rob are stronger than Connor.
Yeah.
So As the guys are sitting around doing their workouts, they're noticing that the girls aren't drinking the orange juice that Aaron made. This is fresh squeezed orange juice that he made. So he asked Kendall at first if he wants to steal a couple of the orange juice, the drinks or whatever. And Kendall's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Connor agrees to it. And he goes in and does the whole 007 thing. And in the process, he ends up giving Leah the ick.
Oh, man.
So Leah sees him hiding under the tables, and the ladies ask him, do you just want to join us in the conversation? He says no, and Liv is like, so you just prefer to climb on your hands and knees.
Very funny, Liv.
And then someone in the girl group says, that's your man, talking to Leah. Leah is just saying, like, ew, like, she just wish she didn't see all that. I mean, she saw it from the moment he got on the ground to where he was, and she was just not into it. Connor and Rob have their conversation. Rob is feeling confused. He doesn't know about Leah's credibility right now. And he tells Connor, let's just kind of keep this between us.
Okay.
So Connor thinks that Leah is telling him differently than what she tells other people. Rob says that she made it seem like y'all's situation wasn't that great. And Connor tells Rob, she never told me that. He's not mad that, you know, they have feelings for each other, but he just doesn't want to be used as a game piece like how he used Janae.
Whole time, though.
Rob says that she has been like webbing all these little lies, and he's wondering if she had an agenda to get Andrea out.
Yeah.
Connor says that he's not going to end things with her, but he is just going to his trust in her word is going down.
What are your thoughts on this scene?
My thoughts. I want you to go first. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that I wasn't expecting Rob to basically be this honest with Connor. I wasn't expecting Rob to basically see Leah for what she really is in this moment. I thought it was a heart-to-heart moment that they had on the dock, but then I realized of how in the moment he really was, of how like, I don't trust you. And for him to actually take it to Connor, I was like, oh, okay, he's really approaching this logically in a way. He's really making sure his T's is crossed and his I's are dotted before he really makes any decision. Even when he was talking to Leah, before he really tell her how he really feel outside of like, yeah, I care about you. But the fact that he's even having this conversation with Connor, I find this very surprising. And it kind of lets me know that, oh, okay, the guys are really like close with each other. That even though, as Leah let us know, that they was together on day one, he's like, I don't want to, if we get back together, I don't want it to be based off of lies. I don't want it to be based off of deceit, and I don't want Connor to basically be left in the dark about anything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I felt good about their conversation. I thought it was a good example of comparing notes and making sure that people are on the same page. And Rob and Connor don't necessarily have to do it, but Rob wants to make sure that Leah's being genuine, and it appears that she has some snaky, shicey ways about going about things. Yeah. And I think that is playing into his perception of her and Connor's as well. So so Kendall and Nicole end up chatting. Kendall says that it hurts to see y'all talking about Miguel. His feelings are growing for Nicole. Nicole doesn't want things to change between she and Kendall. Kendall asks her if she's still 50-50, and Nicole tells him that her connection with Kendall is stronger.
I think she's lying, man.
He makes her feel comfortable. She knows that he's genuine. His heart is a little guarded, though. He is taking a step back from being physical with her, just in an effort to protect himself.
You see, the thing about it is, I don't care what you say, your actions are speaking to something different.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, like, people just want, we are human beings, meaning like we can feel vibes and things like that. He feels a certain coldness coming from Nicole that wasn't there before Miguel was in the picture. Right? That's why he probably felt the insecurity of always wanting to touch her or wanted to mark his territory and stuff like that. Because as guys, we kind of feel when like you kind of like your interest is elsewhere. So it's nothing as simple as y'all just talking and things like that. Because he kind of had a feeling, in my opinion, talking from a guy perspective, hey, stay away from that guy. Because there's something about that guy that I just feel like with y'all two, there's something there. And then what happens? Y'all end up kissing, right? And in the minute y'all kissed, my chances of being with you drop 50%. Like how is that even like how is that mathematically logical? Yeah. It's not. So that's why I'm like, for her to keep telling him that like, hey, our chances of being together and things like that is much higher than Miguel, that's just not true. It's not true at all.
Well, the more Nicole talks, the more I'm starting to think that she might be having an internal struggle going on here.
How so?
And I see that as she is feeling, or at least from what she said with Kendall, she feels comfortable. She feels like things are genuine. She feels like safe with him. And I think that Miguel gives her that excitement and that, he's this tall, big, strong guy. And I think that she is physically into him, but she might know that he is probably not all the way genuine.
That's true.
So I feel like she is catching on to that. I think she knows, even though Miguel is telling me sweet nothings, I don't know if I can fully put myself in with this guy, because it seems like he's here for a good time, not a long time. So that's why I feel like even if she's saying like she's 50-50 or she feels stronger with Kendall, I think she knows Kendall would be the better option. But the part of her that wants to have a good time wants to experience Miguel.
Yeah, and that is 100% true, especially from a woman's perspective, to where it's like, hey, you are the guy I'm going to have fun with right now, but I'm never going to marry you and things like that. I'm never going to settle down with you. But what do the guy that you're going to settle down with supposed to feel? Does he supposed to watch it and just be like, well, I know I'm the safe choice. I know I'm the best choice.
And that's what I'm saying. Kendall, don't be a sitting duck.
That's why I'm like, it may be an internal struggle. I'll meet you there. But at the same time, I just don't think she's being 100% honest with him. I don't think it's 50-50.
Okay.
And I think the more she says 50-50, I think what that does is it gives him false hope. It's like, oh, okay, I have an equal chance as this guy. You kind of don't.
Yeah, but in this conversation, she told him that it's not 50-50, that she was stronger towards him. So, I mean...
Stronger towards Kendall.
Yeah.
But I'm saying she's lying now.
Okay.
She's lying because Serena said, yeah, she did say 50-50, and back in the day it was 50-50. So like now she's saying, well, no, now it's like you are more. Was this after I chose not to cuddle? Was this after you realized that I'm pulling away and you feel some type of way, so you're trying to basically give me more false hope? Okay, it's not 50-50, it's 55-45. It's like I can't trust her.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
So Leah, Liv, and Rob talk. Rob wants to keep the conversation between them. Aaron actually ends up walking over, so it's with Aaron as well. Okay. So Leah was saying things that he doesn't believe. When the decision was being made, Leah said that she took a back seat. And Kayla is like, Leah was rooting for Andrea to go. Ooh. Liv says she was pushing for Andrea to go. Ooh. And Rob is disappointed with hearing this. Liv is saying that with Janae and Connor, like everybody went ham on Janae. Leah wanted to save herself, and that's why she ended up getting cool and close with Connor. Now she's got the ick for Connor, but she didn't have the ick when it was time for the recoupling. Okay. Rob says, if she played me, she'll play Connor, and I think I need to share this information with him as well.
What are your thoughts on this scene?
My thoughts, I'm glad that Rob is getting down to the bottom of it. Okay. And I'm glad that he's not just listening to Leah for what she says, because you cannot believe what Leah says. And I'm glad that the girls were honest with him about her role in the decision, and that they're not trying to protect her or make her seem a certain way. And I honestly feel like it was messed up for Leah to try to take her hands off the situation as if she really didn't have much of a say. Yeah. Because in a way, you're throwing the girls under the bus saying they wanted her gone. I really didn't have much to do with it. So, and it's all around. It just makes Leah look bad.
You see, in a way, I didn't even see it as Leah trying to take no accountability by saying she took a backseat in it, until Kayla was the one that came out and said no, like Leah was pushing for Andrea to go. That's the only thing that surprised me about this whole conversation, that Kayla and Liv was the one that admitted that Leah was the one that was pushing for Andrea to go. For them to basically, I don't want to say rat her out, even though it's the truth. I thought there was like some type of like, hey, we made a vote, this is the vote. Yeah. Right? I didn't think it would be more specified as in like, well, Leah was basically the motivator of getting Andrea out. And for that to be exposed, I think there's some cracks in that friendship now. Because once Leah find that out, that y'all basically like told on me in that way, and once it come out that Leah was basically saying like it was them that voted him out, I was on the back seat, I think that's gonna need a conversation from both parties. Yeah. That may end some friendships. Who knows?
So Serena and Cordell have a conversation.
Okay.
Cordell is happy with how far they've come. They can joke, they can be serious, but they both agree that they're still open. Cordell feels like they took a whole 180, 360. Serena corrects him and tells them it's a 180.
Okay.
Serena says that finding someone who understands her pace is just going to be hard to find, and she appreciates Cordell for that. And Cordell's like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool. My thing about this is that Serena's not saying anything to me that shows that she likes Cordell.
Facts.
I think Serena is saying things to be like, I'm difficult and you get me, so that's all that really matters.
Yes.
Not really, I enjoy Cordell.
Exactly.
I enjoy spending time with him. I think he's a good time. I think he's a good person. It's all about herself in relation to Cordell. So I'm just not happy with how Serena is going about this situation. I think she still doesn't like him.
Listen, throughout this whole time, you was almost tricked yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you...
all the kissing had me fooled. I was a little bit like,
I told you, I said, no, I don't pay attention to what you see.
Yeah.
You see that she kind of pulled away, didn't you? Right? Pay attention to what you see. Don't be fooled by this girl. Right? She do not like Cordell. And I think the guys know that. I think that's a known thing, in my opinion, in the villa. You know, that's why they were trying to push him towards Hannah to buy him time to get a real connection. But you hit the nail perfectly on the head, where every time that they talk about them, right, he talks about how much they come far and basically that he happy that they are together. And she talks about, well, I'm happy I'm with someone that understands how difficult I can be.
Right.
It's you, me. It's like you don't even, it's like you get a little thing. I'm happy I'm with you because you understand me and I'm a slow burn and things like that. But nothing like you're smart and things like that. It just comes off as very self-serving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Miguel and Liv have a conversation and they're playing just some form of like 21 questions.
21 questions, yeah.
They get to a point in the conversation to where he brings up Liv's anger. And she's like, you think I have like anger or attention? And Miguel's like, not really. You just kind of speak your mind.
Okay.
Miguel thinks that Liv is a vibe, but just him being him, like he thinks there might also be another situation out there that could be better. Miguel asks her who her top guys are, and she says pretty much Miguel and Kendall.
Okay, Kendall.
Liv is feeling calm with Miguel, and she really likes their connection.
Okay.
So my thoughts about that, they're just kind of placeholders for each other.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that is based on what we're going to see scenes down the line. I'm thinking that was a known thing by both parties.
Yeah, but it seems like Liv is starting to kind of like, not going to say catch feelings, but she's growing in like for him.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
So they're going to get a text, but before they get the text, Leah is telling Serena and Nicole that she can't see herself having sex with Connor. I'm just like, Leah, you just go around the village just saying all types of things. I don't know how you can't think this will get back to Connor at some point.
Something will get back to him.
So they get a text that it's going to be a nightclub dance challenge.
Okay.
Everybody's getting ready for the night. They end up going out, having a good time, chatting up, and just hanging out for a little bit. And then it's time for the Islanders to get to the dance floor for the competition. So the game is called Stick or Twist. The couples will go onto either side of this dance floor, and they will have to dance. And then when the light turns yellow, they'll have to decide if they want to stick with their couple or they can twist off the dance floor and stand behind this red podium. And by the time they get to the red light, the panel will move to the side and they will get to see if their partner decided to stick with them or if they decided to twist off the dance floor.
Nice game.
Yes. So first is Aaron and Kaylor. They both decide to stick.
Yeah.
Kendall and Nicole. Kendall decided to twist, while Nicole decided to stick, and she was upset about it.
Okay.
She felt like Kendall was doing it out of spite. Kendall wants to explore other options, and he's saying, like, why can't he? He doesn't get why she's freaking out.
What is your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is I felt like this was a step in the right direction for Kendall for not being a silly duck.
Be a man.
Don't allow someone to pretty much hold the keys to your destiny.
Exactly.
I don't know if I went too deep on it.
A little churchy. You know what I mean?
So Yeah, so Kendall, if you feel like, this couple isn't necessarily quite where you want it to be and you would like to be in a different couple, you made it known, and now Nicole knows that she doesn't just get the pick of the litter. Like
exactly.
she would have to foster that relationship a little bit better if she wanted Kendall to stick around, and it was finally revealed to her.
Yeah, I feel like she even said something like, I feel like he's doing this out of spite. No, you're embarrassed. And you're mad that you're embarrassed and things like that. The fact he took everything that he know based on what you told him, respect to you, little respect, a little bail. He took what he knew and he says, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to stay on the floor. Now, you staying on the floor, I don't even know why you stayed on the floor, to be honest.
Right.
Because if it's 50-50, why why are you like staying on the floor to appease Kendall, to basically make it seem like you're like the good one out of all of this and things like that? Do what you truly feel, and to Blair's point, you might really be conflicted. You get what I'm saying? But for you to actually like feel like, oh my goodness, why did Kendall do that? Like he has the right to do that.
Yeah.
And you don't have the right to be mad at him because he chose to actually make a decision. The thing about it is, Kendall always showed himself to be a jester. Kendall always showed himself to be a clown and to be funny and to be a dork, right? And the fact that he actually acted like a man, and you're like, how dare he act like a man? And that's basically what it is. Kendall's supposed to be nice and sweet. Kendall's not supposed to leave me on the dance floor by myself.
Okay.
No. It's a new Kendall today, guys. It's a new Kendall today.
So next is Liv and Miguel.
Yes.
Miguel decides to twist while Liv decides to stick. She was a little surprised because she thought they were like happy enough in their couple to stick around for each other.
This one surprised me. I was expecting both of them to twist.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought Liv would twist as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking like they kind of like in a situationship relationship, kind of like an understanding amongst both parties that, hey, you are exploring, I am exploring. If you want to twist. But Liv did not act all entitled like Nicole did. You get what I'm saying? Miguel just took his seat right next to Janae and Rob, who already was sitting there. You get what I'm saying? Yep.
So Leah and Connor are next. Leah decides to twist while Connor decides to stick. Connor's talking about how he knew that he was going to stay and he figured that Leah would twist.
Yeah.
But this was a chance for clarity.
Yeah, this kind of twisted me in a way, because I was expecting. I knew Leah was going to twist, right? I knew Leah was not going to twist at all, right? I mean, I knew Leah wasn't going to stick at all. But Connor choosing to stick, I was like, with all the information that he know, why didn't he twist? You get what I'm saying? To basically let Leah know that, like, hey, I know what you on. But then I'm like, he did have a conversation with Rob, and in a way, he's probably going to stay on to just confirm what Rob told him in private.
Yeah,
you know
and also that lets the villa know where Leah stands as well.
So,
but they all kind of know.
Yeah, they already know. Yeah.
Leah tells everybody except you.
Connor over here like, see? They're like, she told us she hate your genius.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
So Serena and Cordell are next.
Ooh,
Serena decides to twist as Cordell decides to stick.
This hurt me, man.
Yes, Cordell is hurt. And Serena is telling him it's not like that. So what is it like, Serena?
Yeah, help me, Blair.
What is it like, Serena? I honestly, because for me, it was 50-50, as we talk about 50-50. I really didn't know where Serena stood 100%.
Yeah.
I felt like she could have been using Cordell, but it seemed like she was growing towards liking him. But this made me see, like, yeah, she don't like that man.
This is what you needed.
Yeah. I was like, she doesn't like him. And anything that comes after this, Cordell, you would really be the fool if you decide to stick around with Serena and take her back again and again, because she really is playing with you.
Yeah.
So.
In this situation, the reason why, even though I've been preaching throughout the whole season that Serena don't like this guy, it's kind of hard to watch it like play out like that though. For her to twist off the dance floor, because in my head I'm like, I know it's gonna come. I didn't think it was gonna come this soon. I thought that she will take a couple more days of safety, a couple more votes. You get what I'm saying? Now I can imagine she's probably one of the most disliked people on the island, because people like Cordell. People think he's a sweetheart and he's adorable. So for her to twist off, even though they said that they're both open and exploring, but it's like, for her to say it's not like that, like, obviously there's some miscommunication going on, because Cordell stayed on the dance floor.
Well, see, I think that Serena took it how can I say this?
Okay.
I think that Serena is trying to paint the picture that because we both said we're open, that of course we would twist because we're both open. We're not locked in. But that's not really the name of the game in my eyes. I think she's kind of playing with semantics and a side of lies.
With a side of lies. Uh-huh.
Of saying that we're open. So, of course, we're not going to stick around and stick to each other. But that's not the point. The point is, are you happy in your couple right now? And can you see yourself being there for the moment, for the time being? Mm-hmm. And by her making that decision, it seems like she's just bidding her time until somebody else comes along. Yeah. Well, Liv gets a text. Those who decided to stick are going to head to the balcony.
Okay.
And the others who decided to twist are going to go to the fire pit. So as we move along, they get a text while they're around the fire pit that they are going to be meeting the new bombshells. Okay. So we've got Cassidy, who is 27 from Miami. Okay. Kenny, 24 from Dallas, and Nigel, who is 28 from Houston. Leah's thinking to herself that she could go for Kenny. Okay. Cassidy caught Kendall's eye, and Cordell is feeling stupid and played, standing on the balcony watching all this unfold. Yeah,
during this whole time, like, Cordell and Connor, they basically just hugging it out, basically saying, like, you know, I'm there for you, bro. Like, he said he feels stupid. He's basically just by himself, just drinking an empty glass, basically, because there's nothing else in there, brother. You know what I'm saying? And they just watching this and watching, basically, the new bombshells basically be with the people who twisted. How do you feel about this episode overall? One more thing before I want to add that. Throughout the whole time, Nicole is also still yelling at Kendall that mad that he twisted and she stuck. Yeah. So what did you think overall about this episode?
Overall, I thought it was pretty entertaining. Yeah. I was glad that Rob got to the bottom of the Leah situation, and he's starting to see her for her true colors. I don't necessarily know if that'll make a difference at this point.
No, it's not.
But I appreciate the way he's thinking about the situation. And I also feel like Connor is getting down to the bottom of it too. I like that he decided to stick to kind of get clarity because Leah wasn't going to give it to him. No, like she was not going to tell him the truth at all. Yeah. So I think he got what he needed in that situation. So hopefully he can make some better decisions for himself. But with the bombshells, interested to see if they're going to come in and shake anything up. I can't tell right now.
Yeah. So far, I think the new drama that's going to be the new drama in the house is going to be Kendall and Nicole. That's going to be a big drama because, remember, Miguel, on the preview, I saw Miguel kissing the new bombshell. And this is basically going to be going to your opinion about, hey, she basically was giving her time to this bombshell, Miguel, and now he's giving his time to somebody else, and now she don't got Kendall. Yeah. So now she's kind of going to be on the island by herself in some way, unless the new bombshell likes her. So I think that's going to be the new drama. I wonder how Liv is going to talk to Miguel after he chose to twist and things like that, because I think there was some embarrassment that had to do with that. I'm very interested in how the house and how Cordell is going to handle this Serena situation. Yeah. And where's that going to leave Cordell and things of that nature. But other than that, it was a good episode. Let us know in the comments below, do you think Serena, based on her decision, is now the most disliked in the house? Because I think how it happened, if it was a conversation like it was before, maybe it would have been a little like less of a blow. But the fact that it happened like this, I think this put her as disliked in the house. Let us know in the comments below. We see y'all Thursday night. Y'all be good.
Bye.